watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. Tried to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You had the world right at your feet, and almost is all we'll ever be. We can't get any closer. Let me go. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
Hello. Sorry, I'm a little late for my own stream. Sometimes when you pee, you forget that you want to do other stuff too, like fix a glass of delicious cold Diet Coke. Hello, hello, hello! Man, this music is... Wow. That's kind of beautiful, y'all. Diet Dr. Pepper is way better than Diet Coke? I'm sorry you have bad taste. I still love you, though. Society's broken. You need to change your nick to my tongue is broken, though. Because Dr. Pepper is the most disgusting soft drink I've ever tasted in my life. Fierce Fred, thank you for the 36 months. Why am I not getting sound alerts? It did this last time, too. Man. Yeah, this is some soft ass music, bro. I think I'm gonna put this back low until we finish chilling. There's the alert. Perfect soundtrack for that. Perfect soundtrack for that too, right? Nothing like some nice female vocals and some screams of falling death. Pair quite well together. It's regular harmony. What y'all up to, guys? I hope y'all are well today. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Hey, Jericho, what's going on, man? The alerts work fine. They're just really, really slow. I wonder why. I wonder why it's like that. Stream Elements is way behind right now. I remember switching to this service saying to myself, this is more premium than Streamlabs. Streamlabs turned into much more commercial marketing focused on getting more money, which I don't penalize them for, right? That's what you're supposed to do as a business. You're supposed to evolve a little bit and try to make a little bit more cash, you know? And at the time, Stream Elements wasn't really doing that. And it seemed like the features were a little bit nicer. The staff was a little bit nicer and more responsive. Now I kind of feel like it might be a little bit the same. Don't get me wrong, I'm still real happy with Stream Elements. I am. I'm just making jokes. I'm just making jokes. I don't want to switch. I still don't like Streamlabs that much. There's nothing wrong with them. You know, they got a very good product, very solid platform. Just not really. I'm a Stream Elements fanboy. That's all. What do I think about the nerfs to Alien Worlds about Planet Binance? Planet Binance I'm excited like hell about. Although the nerfs, I may have just made a video and I need you guys to help me come up with a title for it. It's gonna say something like, good tools aren't worth shit in Alien Worlds. That might be my clickbait title. I sold all my good Alien Worlds tools to buy Cheetos. Something like that. Louisiana man throws fit after Alien Worlds tools nerf. Hey, Mad Hatter. It's gonna be something of that nature, you know? Country Boy gets pissed after Localized Attractor gets nerfed. It's gonna be headliney like that. Oh, Thu. Whale is Whale is an artist community. It's an NFT art community, but it's they overboard over there. I joined the Whale Discord for one day and I just left because I was like, this ain't for me. They got an amazing community, dude, and their community token is very, very, very successful. The most successful community token project on Roll Social there is, but it is it's not for me, man. It's not for me. I felt like I showed up to a pool party in overalls. I was like, nah, I don't belong here. I do not belong here. Not even a little bit. Cheetos are an apocalypse necessity. I agree. You know, I once served someone Cheetos on a silver platter at one of the restaurants that I worked at. Had a country girl that came into the casino with her friends, and they wanted to eat a bougie dinner because they had done really well at the craps tables, right? But she was just a country girl that was just coming along. So she looked at our menu and she was like, caviar, escargot? No, I don't think I want any of that. You got anything simple like Cheetos? I was like, yes, ma'am, we do. Well, you know what? If you such a good server, you find me some Cheetos. You serve all of these people these escargots and stuff. I'm gonna have some Cheetos. I was like, yes, ma'am. Wouldn't you know? White linen and all, baby. I went by a 50-cent bag of Cheetos. Actually, I think I bought 3. I asked my manager for some change too because I didn't have it. I think I bought 3 50-cent bags of Cheetos out the vending machine, poured them on a silver platter, and brought it out, balanced on my fingers, with the hand behind the back and everything. I was like, your Cheetos, this, ma'am? Bruh, that was one of the biggest tips I ever got too. I think that table tipped me like $500 that night. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, man. Wait, what? Raijin? I don't even understand that dialect. Couillon? Madder than a bobcat with burr on his tail over some space stuff? The algorithm needs to be able to detect what I'm saying, though. Yeah, if people are tipping, they'll pay great. And honestly, the way the casino's set up, right, they get comps for their meals. So that table came in and with a huge complimentary, voucher. So they didn't have to pay for anything up front. So they were just like, how much do you get if we give you a tip? I was like, all of it. They were like, oh, we gonna hook you up. That Cheetos shit was outrageous. That was perfect, man. You just got a rare Koloboks to steak? Nice, DSM. Koloboks has been treating me pretty good. Let's go over a little bit of what I got, I guess. We'll move on. I'm gonna try CSC out today, like I was supposed to the other day. I just don't know if we're gonna play it for long or not. It looks very interesting, but I originally intended to play Terraria today with my buddy Nathan, but he is not available and may not be available this week too. So I might have to figure out something different. I need a decent mining game like Alien Worlds where I can actually find NFTs, and I need a place like RPlanet that doesn't make me remove my crap K things. Yo, look, I'm resilient to change, okay? I really am. I am very resilient to change. But they nerfed the shit out of us this week, dude. I feel persecuted against. They didn't just drop the hammer. They dropped all the hammers, some big ones too. We got RPlanet nerfs everywhere. With threats about removing now I wouldn't say threats, but it's because that makes it sound malicious. But a little while back they asked people to remove Alien World stuff. I thought it was just gonna all be done automatically because I didn't read too much into the post, but apparently if you want to be eligible for the rig sale, you more than likely cannot have any Alien Worlds abundant class items staked to the platform, or you'll probably be disqualified from the sale. So I unstaked it all, okay? Not that it was much. Even if I had, let me do the math right quick. Let's just say I had 40 NFTs. Let's say I had 40 abundant NFTs times 0.3. That's 12 Aether an hour. That's nothing. That's not even 1 wax a week, I don't think, or something. I mean, it's probably more than, it's probably around 1 wax a week or something like. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. So I didn't really buck. You know what I mean? And it was costing them so much resources to be able to host that much. And we could all give bots a high five. People that bot, that's why. That's basically why we're in the position that we are, because botting was very abused early on and thousands of these NFTs were farmed. And now they're generating tons of Aether and impacting the whole system and the economy. So it's not good, you know? So I have 12 Aether an hour now and I had 35. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, and the Koloboks nerf, I'm still confused on whether it happened or it didn't happen yet. But we will have some Koloboks. We still have the ability to earn like we were. It did not happen yet. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But even with a nerf, like Koloboks is still like, it's free, right? Once you get your initial start, it's free. Does it suck? Yeah, it does. You know, it does. You just get it while you can, you know. My Ethereum mining is going away in a few months too, guys. Or in a little while, in maybe even less than a year. And you know, am I sad about it? Yeah. I'm just getting it while I can, you know. You just move on. You just move on to different stuff. I got, where is it at? In Koloboks right now, I have 43 Koloboks staked. Put on some music too. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at, by the way. There we go. And let me put on the lo-fi. Some lo-fi. What up, Andy? Hey, man. Let's see. It's so... I want to hit play so bad usually when I see this, and I can't. Because if it plays a little bit of not royalty-free stuff, it'll be bad. I'm gonna look for one more. Hold up, chat. There we go. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna get a big reduction on epics, and I think a little reduction on rares too, which is gonna suck, you know. But for me personally, I invested in some F Legends a little early on, so I'm not gonna be hurting that bad. Also, I don't remember if I bought this, but I got a Crypto Moon Boys that I picked up for, I don't know what, but it's 8. And then I tried to buy packs of that stuff, by the way, and I didn't get the chance. They were all sold out. But let's see, F Legends. Currently I have 11 F Legends staked, and they're all generating 20 Aether an hour for me too. Happy anniversary, Cobb! How many months, baby? 56! Thank you, man. It's like 4 months away from 5 years, bro. Thank you, dude. Oh, it's true. It's true, you know. They did get really, really expensive. I bought a couple at a little bit higher than I would have liked, but most of everything that I got here, except for a couple, I got for about 25 wax a piece. Get a room, you two. Oh man. Yeah, I hope that the weather is good, Indy. Should be, is what it said, but you know. Yeah, I don't know either, Thu. I don't know why they didn't change the abundance, man, or if they have the power to do that while it's staked or whatever. I don't know the limitations that they have with the code and stuff. All I know is I'm unhappy about it as well. But it is what it is, you know. If almost any game that I play actively that I like to play that I'm using, if they would tell me, hey, we have to make this change, which is going to piss a bunch of the player base off, but if we don't, ultimately we'll have to shut the game down one day because we're bleeding money. We can't be as profitable as we need to be. I'd be like, oh yeah, I mean, do what you got to do, bro. Run your business. You know, I do it all the time. I make decisions that don't make a lot of the people that view my videos happy. You know, like let's look at it this way, okay? Let's say I upload a video and I typically get, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 views. And all of a sudden I try to upload another game video and I do a few of them, you know, like the Minecraft videos. And they get shit for views. Like nobody watches them compared to what I'm getting, okay? And they go down to about 500 views. So even my typical videos get 4 times the views that those get, and they take a lot of time. Is it going to disappoint the 400 or 500 people that are currently watching the videos and liking them? Yes, it will. Is that enough for me to devote time to it when I should be working on something else, since I need it to, you know, to generate income? I don't think so. And even if they mad about it, and I told them, well, I could do this indefinitely, but sooner or later I'll have to get a job, and that'll stop me from uploading videos altogether. Most people would say, well, Z, you got to do what you got to do, bro. You know? So that's that's how I see it, you know? Well, so I've been using I've been playing Alien Worlds since, I don't know, for at least the last couple months. It feels like, at least. And I clicked the mine button a lot. And I was lucky to get an epic, but I never got anything else than commons or abundance. I never picked up a rare. I never picked up a legendary or anything. I picked up one epic tool, and I clicked that mine button a lot. And this is with a variety of lands, on a variety of, you know, with different tool configurations, some really good, some moderately good, some just beginning, you know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, you know? How about Lost Relics? Have you had the chance to register? Because you can create an account. No one can create an account and farm stuff there. Lost Relics really, really looks good for a blockchain game. It really looks like a game. What are your thoughts? I played it for a little while. On Angel. I played it like, I don't know, Thu, when did we start? I played pretty regularly, like on a day-to-day basis for probably about a month. I never really got any NFTs or whatever, and the game, for me personally, it's just it felt like high risk for maybe higher reward, and I just didn't like the effort that it took to generate those odds. Is the game cool? Yeah, it is. To do it as much as I need to do to farm, I think it wasn't stimulating enough for me to continue to do it, you know. But I don't know, maybe if I would have been there at the beginning and there would have been a little bit more NFT drops, I think I would have been a lot happier. Hey, Raibu. Yeah, NFT games are like, it's all blockchain based stuff. It's kind of hard to put it into words for people that don't understand crypto, but it's like in-game assets that are sold on the market. I think that's the best way to explain it. How you doing today, man? Have you looked at My Neighbor Alice yet? I have not. Let's look it up now. I heard about it. I was looking at some other projects today. Oh yeah. This looks like isn't this like man, I always say animal oh shit. Draco! Thank you very much for the 19. Oh wait, hold up. Thank you for gifting that sub to Yamal Kush and gifting 19 subs to the channel, man. Appreciate you. Farmville? No, I'm thinking of what's the one that everybody plays with the little houses, and it's a cutesy little game. It's on Nintendo. Animal Crossing. I can never think of that, dude. I can never think of it. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing. I haven't looked into it though. Is it on the Ethereum blockchain? Let's look at it. Let's look at it.
Well, here we are, back on the hot, muggy streets of New York.
It's a VR game, or it can be a VR game. That's interesting. I don't really do VR, but it's interesting to have it. Any game on the ETH blockchain, I just ignore because I ain't got time to deal with gas fees. It's very, yeah. ETH is pretty hard to swallow right now. I'm glad I got into I'm very glad I got into Voxies though. I'm very excited about Voxies. But the gas fees were painful. I'll be perfectly honest with you, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity on Voxies. So this game, it says it's fantastic potential. Here's some benchmarks. Commercial inspiration from Animal Crossing, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Roblox, and Heyday. A game has to be 4 times as good for me to F with F. Yeah, it has to look really good. What up, Stub? Yeah, it has to look really good. Hopefully opening a business this week, just waiting on a phone call. What kind of business, Rival? It's ERC20. You know, so first of all, yeah, ERC20 compatibility, I see now. First of all, I don't play Animal Crossing because it's not really my kind of game. That's not to say that this wouldn't be very interesting to me, but being that it's on ERC20, it's probably not something that I'm willing to invest time in, which sucks, man. But even some of the other games like that aren't ERC20 still have very high levels of entry. Let me show you something. Let me show you guys something. I was looking at that radar today. And if we go to rankings and sort by BSC and games, I looked at a few different things here and I was like, Battle Pets, what's that? So I brought up Battle Pets. And this is actually all based on Bakery Swap, which is pretty darn interesting. But then I saw the pricing to get in. and I'm not interested anymore. It's steep, man. It's really steep. And even steeper than that, but more approachable, is this game right here. BitBots. I'm actually considering looking into this. because I really want to get into the BSC or Binance Smart Chain NFTs, and this seems like a pretty cool way to do it. The bad thing is, to start playing, you need at least one generation 0 BitBot. So if I unlock my wallet, it's not more expensive than Axie. Well, it might be. It might be more expensive than Axie. You have to get 3 Axies to start, right? So if you construct one BitBot, it's one BNB, which is trading right above $600 right now. Yeah, I think Axies are closer to 250 right now. I think Axies are closer to about $250 right now, right? So 3 Axies. Let's look at it. We'll look it up right now. For sale by lowest price. Yeah, so lowest price Axies that you could buy right now are roughly 115 bucks. So it still is cheaper to get into Axie Infinity. Actually looking into selling NFT art in exchange for tables? Nice, Raibu. Very cool. NFT art's good stuff, man. Yeah, so these aren't nearly as bad. Hey, Boyd Finley. Thanks for the follow. So these aren't nearly as bad, but these are probably for some terrible count. I mean, terrible stats. I really don't know how it works. BitBot is... Let me show you what happens here. So... BitBots are kind of like the staking rewards. It looks interesting. You could breed them. You could breed your BitBots to make more, and they generate their native currency passively. So you would take your native currency that you generate and you can buy more bots, I believe. Or stake Biddy. I don't really know. I didn't look at it too much, but the point of entry is kind of high too. Roughly around $600. And you need 2 of them to breed. So you would need $1,200 to get started. You would need $1,200 to get started with breeding here. But you don't need to start by breeding. It looks like you can earn the biddy through here too by farming, but see, it's gamified, but it's not gamified like we're used to. So you could trade them, you get different stats. I don't know yet. Axie seems much more like a game. Yeah, Axie seems much more like a game than BitBots. And Axie's already really popular. But Axie has a lot of PvP and stuff too. I don't know if you can just fight PvE battles. I've watched some Axie Infinity before, and it didn't look very compelling to me, personally. That's not to say that it's not a good game. It's one of the most popular games for sure because of the ability to make money with it. But yeah. Yeah, when Axie does that, I'm gonna try it. They're supposed to drop an update that gives people 3 soulbound Axies. Yep. You won't be able to breed them or anything, but you'll at least be able to try out the game. From what I hear. Axies is kind of like Koloboks, but with PS4 graphics. No, it's a little bit like Pokemon, yeah? Kinda. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of waiting on that. And you know, it's one of those things that the earlier you get in, the better probably. But it's already existing for a while. Let's go highest price just to show, though, guys. I mean, these aren't real. I don't think these are real. But I mean, there's quite a few listed for hundreds of ETH. There's 397 pages of them. And a bunch of the top ones are listed between 30 and 50 ETH. Like, that's pretty ignorant. This Axie right here, for instance, if you wanted this one, it cost you a cool $81,778. I mean, I ain't got the kind of bread to invest $81,000 into a digital asset. I'm not saying it's not smart. I'm just saying I ain't got I ain't got that kind of bread, y'all. I had a message from somebody the other day, chat. I had a message from somebody the other day that was asking me if I wanted to go half in with them to buy 3 Axies. And I was like, no. It's a little bit too rich for my blood. And they said, well, you don't look poor. I was like, explain to me what that's supposed to look like exactly. That I don't look poor. Like, does that make me any more likely to spend money if I'm not poor? You know? It's so silly, man. I don't get it though. How the hell do you know which ones are actually legit? I'm really not sure how this game works at all. He must be a salesman. I ain't poor or dumb, fool. Let me see if I can find the DM without exposing their identity. No, unfortunately I can't. Hold on, I might be able to Gaios it. Hold up. I'll just tell you what it said. He said, do you have an Axie Infinity account? I said, not yet. Axie costs a bit to get into, so I avoided it. And he said, I thought you'd be able to buy 3 of them easy. You don't seem poor. Crispy Croco, thank you very much for the year subscription. Thank you very much, Crispy. How you doing? I would invest on Alien Worlds before Axies. Let's think about it. Thunderdome, Planet Binance, and the quest on the planet. All that stuff coming in. Alien Worlds is nerfed, will be nerfed again for sure, but the potential it still has is freaking awesome. Oh, don't get me wrong. I think that Alien Worlds has a lot of potential. I do. But right now, the game is incredibly unbalanced. So, I did the math today. And I don't want to spoil the video, but I'll break it down to y'all in the simplest terms as I can. I had 2 localized attractors that I swapped out for a drill and a powered extractor. Okay? A drill and a power extractor. So, to give you guys an example of what that looks like on paper, must be getting poor. So the drill, 63 wax to get a drill. Okay. 63 wax to get a drill. Thank you, Pishawa. And 186 wax to get a power extractor. Okay. Yeah, 2 days ago it was 50 wax for a drill. So the two lowest priced localized attractors on the market are both 1,325 wax apiece. Those are mine. It would take me, I think I figured it out. It would take me 2 months of clicking with using these tools. It would take me 2 months of clicking every possible time I could click, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 2 months worth, to just make my money back in the wax that I could generate from selling them right now. They're not giving me any more NFTs, and the payouts are almost the same, except they're a little bit lower, but half the time. They take half the time to produce. So I can still play Alien Worlds, getting basically the same payouts as I'm getting now, except that I pocket like, I don't know, 2,500 plus wax. Yes, but the price of those localized attractors don't go way up again. Oh, they might. They might. It's just like crypto, man. Doge is gonna go back up again too. But guess who sold at its peak and bought in when it was cheap? Like, I'm not in love with these things, man. Normally, I don't mind holding it if it has a good use case, but not for 1,300 wax. Nope. See, they don't have any NFT luck. That's why they don't get in. They do have NFT luck, just not impressive. They not getting any more TLM too. It's a 1,324 wax, 1,325 wax per tool, and I'm getting basically the same results with like 200 wax worth of tools. That doesn't make sense, man. That don't make sense. When you spend 5 times the amount on a vehicle, wouldn't you expect some performance increases? Maybe nicer seats, maybe some powered options, maybe some horsepower or some fuel economy, maybe nice looks. You know, there's a lot of features that you're looking at. You would feel like you would get a drastic improvement spending that kind of money. I could play this game and make a bundle of money right now instead of waiting months and months and months to see if the price would go up. I could use this wax to invest in something else that may give me much better returns. That's not to say I will or I can. It's just to say, man, it's crazy to think about right now. Crazy. I can also, even though it's not cost effective, what I could do is I could stake them in assets that produce Aether, which is kind of the same thing as mining in Alien Worlds, except you don't have to click. It generates wax over time. And I still can click in Alien Worlds. I can still click. It doesn't stop me from clicking. In what world doesn't that make sense, man? I made the video because it's going to be controversial. Just like we talking now. Just like a bunch of us are talking now about this. People are going to want to talk about this because a lot of people look at these things every day. And I have just a very, very good extreme example of it to show off. So I'm going to do it. Wish my abundance could still be staked though. Me too. Me too. I do. What up, Valenius? How's it going, bud? So yeah, I just don't know if it's something that that I'm just thinking about. Like, there's a bunch of different ways to look at it, right? There are. But I just don't think it's worth holding on to. I don't. I do not. So let's mine. Let's mine. Let's mine using these bunk ass tools that I don't have on the market anymore. I downgraded from a standard drill, a power extractor, and a basic trillium detector. And I had a basic trillium detector and 2 localized attractors first. Mining anywhere between 24 and 34. I mean, 0.25 and 0.35 TLM per click at about 50 minutes, right? How much wax do I have staked? I think about 100, 150 maybe? Can you explain what to do with K-Bucks? I mean, you could trade them. I don't see much use for actually using them on the consumables in the game. I play Koloboks differently than a lot of other people probably play it, though. I play it very loose. I play it very fast and loose. I never run out of CPU, Pishawa. I never run out of CPU. All right, that's a very low pull. But I was getting pulls like this every once in a while with my other tools too. It doesn't happen often, but. So 24 minutes to go. Yeah, you can revive dead Koloboks, but I never do that either. Yeah, what I do on Koloboks is pretty simple, y'all. I'll show you what I do on Koloboks. What tools am I using now? Powered extractor, drill, and basic trillium. So this guy right here has already gone on all the decent adventures, so he can only breed, right? Because he can only get Koloboks. He can't get NFTs from the 3 best prizes. I mean, I can run him to get something else, but I'm just gonna breed instead. This guy, on the other hand, did not do any adventures, so I'm gonna bring him out. A 1-1. Let me close this game real quick. Oh, I didn't play CSC yet. We just started talking about this stuff. I'm still gonna play a little bit of CSC. I wanna try it out. So I got another baby, and I got a little rare. I'm gonna need to go refill my drink too. Let's stake this real quick. Gotta get it while you can, y'all. That's another 4.8. What land am I working on Alien Worlds? I had been playing around on Sammy's land since he made the announcements, but lately I've been just testing a little bit, and I've been doing a methane swamp just so I wouldn't have to focus on clicking as much. But I'm gonna go back to Sammy's land pretty soon. Was sending them over and over, wondering why not getting any NFTs. That's what's going on, Yamal. So I have 4 Koloboks breeding up right now, and I have 2 that are ready to breed if I want. But I got one that's gonna be free to breed in 60 minutes. It has a good stealth stat, but no speed, which I don't really care about. I mean, speed is good, but honestly, stealth is, in my opinion, if I have to pick one over the other, I always pick stealth, because it just gives you a better chance to get that epic NFT that one time. The percentage is better, you know? So anyway, so what I do is I just send these guys out on adventures. I'll send this guy out on an adventure, and I look at my percentage, and 60% is kind of high, But 30 is a lot better, so I'm gonna send him to go bear first. I usually send them all to go bear first and then fox, because if they die on bear, it's still a good chance to get a rare. And I think the epics are getting nerfed harder than anything else, right? Yeah, I get some pretty good ones every once in a while that have really, really good scores. But I'm down to 18 Koloboks right now, and I'm starting to get to where my adventures, I can't keep them full between breeds. So I really got to focus on breeding a little bit. The only time I'm not going to send them, the only time I'm not going to, typically I'm just going to make sure that I'm breeding right now until they're all out, especially with anything that has passed fox and bear, you know? All right, Yamal, have a good one. Accidentally turned up Tin's unit for a bit and poured my drink all over myself. Oh, dude. Yeah, this is how I do. I don't do a whole bunch in Alien. I don't do a whole bunch in Koloboks. I mainly just play the stake and I just breed. You know. I don't sell any of my my NFTs that I get as prizes. I just keep everything and stake it. So, but what I was showing you guys in the pool in the video too, like the pool, the max mineable, it changes so rapidly that you can't really keep up with it in Alien Worlds, right? Like you can't time your clicks. There's no possible way to time your clicks. So I usually don't even worry about it, you know. I had this up reference for the video that I was bringing, but what did I want to do here? The starting cost for Koloboks about 50 cents. About 50 cents, man. If I'll show you real quick. You need 2 Koloboks to breed. And this one's 23 cents. And no, look, 2 for 21 cents. 42 cents. 42 cents will get you a breeding pair. And then you could just go ham after that. Does breeding the ones with adventures complete give better stats when breeding? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that stats are derived only from base stats and not experience. But I could be wrong. When I got into Koloboks, these prices were close to 1.5 wax. And I think I bought 4, maybe 6. Maybe I bought 2 later, but I started off with 4. And I spent like 8 wax or something like that. And that was it. I never bought them again. I never bought them again. I don't sell them either. I don't sell Koloboks either. I just buy and breed and adventure. Buy, breed, adventure, and stake all the rewards. That's all I do. Very, very, very simple. And I usually only check it twice a day. Well, when I'm full. When I'm full, I check it in the morning and I check it before I go to bed. I check it again in the morning. I check it before I go to bed. Hey, Noodle, what's going on, buddy? You're learning more on the stream than I would have been covering multiple sources. It's cool, Zenshi. I did a video to kind of explain about Koloboks in general, but sometimes I leave a lot of that info out because I feel like people that are not familiar with the projects that want to get in, if you throw too much info at them at one time, they like, wait, what? Like my mom asked me about crypto the other day, so I tried to explain it to her. And after about, I don't know, after about a paragraph worth of explanation, she was like, it's right over my head, bud. I was like, you know, so I try to make it real bite-sized and digestible for people to understand, and I try to show the fun off in it, just like I do in typical games, you know? And if people are interested in min-maxing, they dig, you know? it also is amazing for community recruitment, because people that get a little interest in it ends up joining the Discord, and then they get in the Koloboks chat, and then they start talking with other people about all this stuff, and it's beautiful. Personally, I don't have all the info a lot of the time, but you know, I'm just like everybody else when I start. And a lot of these games don't have a bunch of info on them, man. They got like they usually just have maybe a few videos on it, and they're either poor quality or old as dirt or in a foreign language, is what I've found most of the time. So that leaves you up to reading like blog posts and forum posts and shit. And you got to make sense of all that stuff and put it together in a video format and make it sound like people can understand it, you know? If you do were to sell, you have an idea of how much they're worth. The Koloboks, probably close to the amount that you could pay for them. I never even looked at selling Koloboks, to tell you the truth, but I could see with the maximum ones. The maximum ones are probably priced outrageously anyway, but we'll look, we'll reverse it. So if we went to 100 wax Kolobok and price descending. Yeah, this some ignorant shit. I don't know why people are posting them for that much. 17,000 wax. I don't know of anybody that would spend that kind of money on these things. Realistically, I would say, I don't know, maybe the good ones, 10 wax, 15 wax. It seems like there's a lot of them that are for sale with 1,000. So you could see. Yeah, well, the author is I Love Koloboks themselves. That's the actual the team, but the owners are different, right? That's the author of the NFTs, meaning that's what generated. But these are the owners. The owners are the actual people that have them. Yeah. Approximately 1 wax is the cheapest. Yeah, very close to that. Realistically, if you were to breed up like almost perfect Koloboks and send them out, I imagine that you could get a few wax for them, you know, maybe 10, maybe 20 at the craziest levels, I would imagine. I don't know what people are paying. I know that if you told me, hey Z, are you interested in a perfect stats Kolobok? And I said yes, how much are you selling it for? And you said 20 wax, I was like, not that interested. But that's just personal, you know, that's just my personal preference. Then again, if you told me, hey, I have a localized attractor to sell in Alien Worlds, and I was like, how much? And you said 1,325 wax, I'd say, how much better is it than the tools that I'm using? And you'd say, well, statistically, they're 5 times better. But realistically, they're not really as good. I'd say, yeah, I don't want to spend no money on that shit. If you give it to me at a discount and I think I could sell it, I might be interested to flip it, but so yeah, that's why I don't worry about selling them. That's why I do not worry about selling them. Also, there's a storm. What does it mean? Because it goes from 1 to 5. Can be stealth, isn't it? No, stealth can't go above 1.00. Stealth caps out at 1.00. No matter what the gen is, no matter how many times it's been breeded, no matter what level of experience it has, its stat will never increase above 1.00 as far as I know. Speed, however, it could go pretty high. High 200s, I've seen it. I've never seen a speed of 300. So I don't know if it goes that high, but then again, I've just been playing around with Koloboks from my original breeding pairs, which were like very, very cheap Koloboks, you know? So oh, I'm not really sure about status. Draco seems to know. But hey guys, I'm gonna go refill my soda real quick. I'll be right back. Then we might look into CSC. Hey, I just thought about it, chat. What if I say, what if I named the video that I just did, "My epic tools are trash"? So much selling my trashy epic tools. Selling my trashy epic tools and using drills. Or something like that. Hey, bad lad. New meta. Use drills. Sell your old trashy tools and use drills. Profit. Oh, man. How to sell epic tools for profit and use cheap ones. Oh, you know what? No, if you want to make it really clickbaity, after I sell my tools, I could put the receipt like on the thumbnail and say I made $500 on these trashy epic tools. And I'm using a drill now or something like that. I'm gonna play around with the wording, and it's gonna sound clickbaity as hell. And I'm gonna take the card images and put them in a trash can. Or no, I'm gonna hold up a for sale sign. I think. Or I could do a trench coat. Or I could do a trench coat with like. Y'all know the thumbnail is gonna be stupid already. Don't do that. The drill price is already high and I need to buy 3 of them. Use the garage sale sign? Oh man, I could. How many shovels you can trade for with one epic tool? You need stuff? I got like a Rolex watch salesman on the street corner, boy. Door-to-door epic sales. Why I'm selling epic NFTs at the church fundraiser. How you could buy epic Alien Worlds tools at a garage sale at the flea market. My flea market tools work 5 times better than this epic trash. Wow, man. I'm gonna do some bad shit, bro. I'm gonna do some bad shit. Screens with pictures rotating. Oh man, we're gonna do some dumb shit, man. I think people are gonna be pleasant. I think people are gonna be pleasantly surprised at my findings. You know, you looked mighty fine with your top off in that pic. What? What? What top? Tiny letters, screen not for sale. Oh, car top. Oh, thank you. I was like, wait, man, somebody did some deep fakes on me or some shit? Thank you, man. I was feeling great, too. When I took that picture, I was feeling great. And then I wasn't lit low, but them glasses of wine that they were serving me were kind of big, and I was on my second one. I was on my second glass of Chianti, and it was not a baby glass. Listen, I just ordered Chianti. I just said, give me a glass of Chianti, and they brought me a fish bowl. So apparently I cannot purchase Koloboks, keep getting an assertion error. Try a different browser, Jericho. Try a different browser. Instead of Brave, maybe try Chrome, or instead of Chrome, maybe try Brave. Also, if you're using Brave for anything in a lot of these, I would suggest making sure to enable all cookies. You could do that just by going to settings and I don't remember. Cookies and other site data. Allow all cookies. That's what you want. That's what you want. Hey, Bradley. I love Brave, man. Brave been paying me BAT too, man. Brave pays you in crypto. And it has a built-in ad blocker. It's really nice. I've been using Brave for a few months now, I think. And I already got $15 worth of BAT tokens in it. You know, Bradley, with a name like 6375363, I don't know how I could forget you. Can you refresh my memory a little bit, bud? Tell me if that works too, Jericho. Ooh, excuse me, guys. That Diet Coke is for real with the burps, man. It's for real. So 2 minutes and 29. We'll mine and then we'll check out CSC, y'all. I want to check out CSC. See what's happening. Right, Badland? Have I looked at the gas fees right now? Ha! $2.96 for fast, $2.12 for slow. Good God, man. Gas is so stupid right now. You've been here since Pooping Evolved was a concept idea? Alright. We've been around for a while, bud. We've been around for a while. It was good to see you, Bradley. Thanks for all the support, bud. I get a lot of people that come through here, though. If people don't come regularly, I don't retain information as well as I used to. Brain's kind of getting old, you know? Yeah, gas prices are crazy right now, man. That's ignorant. Very crazy. Very crazy. Let me double check something here. "7 Days to Die" with Slip. I remember 7 Days to Die. That's back when the game didn't bother me as much, man. I don't like 7 Days not much anymore. I don't really care for the game. It's been a little while since I played it, but the last time I tried it, it just kind of reinforced the way I felt. I thought I felt about it. Not real exciting to me. All right. We mine. Hopefully we'll get more than 0.02 now or something. That's back when the game was broken. Yeah, it's a lot better now. It's a lot better now, and I barely liked it back then. I mean, I had fun when I played it. I had fun for what it was when I played it, but it got old really fast for me. I never cared to progress in that game either. Is there any? Have there ever been any bosses that got added to that game? By the way, is there any in game for it? Or it's kind of just like Minecraft. Well, Minecraft has bosses too. Not really. Yeah. It always reminded me of a horror game, in a survival game just wrapped up in a horror skin, or a horror game with survival mechanics. It's definitely much more survival than it was horror, but I don't know. Harder and harder zombies during the waves got you. I can sometimes snag 0.1 TLM every 5 minutes with standard shovel, capacitor, and drill. See, DSM, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. And I have and I was using a few $100s worth of tools, you know, to pull barely even more than that. No, less than that, actually. If you were getting 0.1 every 5 minutes. The bad thing about the cooldowns being shorter is that sometimes refresh time on your mine takes a while. The process of actually mining, not necessarily how fast the countdown goes down, but the time from when you click mine to when you actually get the TLM and the refresh starts again, you know? Darkness Falls has those creatures that sound like crying babies. Oh my god, dude. .5 every 5 minutes. That's good. That's actually still very good. You have to click more often, but you could get TLM pretty fast like that, you know. Same era with Chrome and Brave. Weird. Very weird. Jericho, you can try searching the error that you get in my Koloboks Discord channel. If you just go to my Koloboks Discord channel and hit Control F and see if you can get whatever that error is. Search that keyword for the error and just see, you know. It all hates you. It might be a thing. All right. Let's check this out, guys. I've done some of the tutorial already on this, by the way. There is a category for this game, so I'm gonna change it. For now. I know there's PvP in some zones and that sometimes streamers get sniped too. So this is not a game that I want to regularly play. But I was hoping to get enough information about it to possibly use it in a video. It's the commands. Everything in Stream, apparently everything in Streamlabs is slow, man. But you can use that. You can manually type it out. All right. Well, the volume seems kind of high, huh? All right, so I had mined some ore last time that I played, and now I need to turn it in. Let's see, let's turn that ore. So this is middle of the tutorial. I tried to restart it, and I couldn't, so I'm sorry. But let's turn the ore into some valuable goods. You can now turn that mission earlier. Wait, what? I didn't actually accept the mission before? The tutorial for this is a little bit daunting. It seems like a lot to it. But I think a lot of it just may be me just kind of doing some bits and pieces of it. Okay, I'm going to accept an assignment that, let's see, rogue drones have been an issue for GFI since the beginning. As a commander in the Federation, we expect you to take down drones whenever possible. Don't worry, you'll always be rewarded for your efforts. Drones are a great source of biohexium gas. Okay, we'll try it. Get ready and fly safe, Commander. You have accepted your assignment. Okay. So... see, I have 2,618 of the, or 666? I don't know how much I have of the currency. I don't know much about the game, but okay, so let's go to I don't think I have anything else for loadout here. Oh, maybe I do. Standard laser cannon? Oh, is this to buy? No, this is a blueprint. I might already be a little bit out of my element here. Because I completely forgot how to navigate this UI. Not that I even knew in the first place. This is the stuff that I already have on me, right? That's a component, blueprint, supply crate. Manufacturing, navigation. Okay, I'm over here. And where's my mission? Let's see. Way over here. Oh, that's a private drone training ground? That's what I'm gonna go do. This one's a lot closer though. So I think I could just kind of like teleport there. I can tell you that the music is really off-putting. Really off-putting. Let's see. Maybe I have to get out of the station first. This is like some 80s rock or whatever. Next mission, Jupiter Station is a bit of a distance away. Head there to drop off this cargo and collect the last components needed. Okay. So I have to go to Jupiter Station first. Oh, I was supposed to drop off stuff there when I was over there? Okay, hold on.
Docking initiated.
Maybe I should have stayed docked. I don't remember the last time. I really wish I could start the tutorial over. That would have been easier. But I didn't see any option to do that. Okay. Ship view, loadout, missions. So I gotta just get drone salvage here, but I don't know, guys. I feel like unless I can restart this tutorial, it's not even worth going through it. I apologize, y'all. It just seems... Help tutorial. You see, I could go to the new player guide and it does a dialogue. It does like a dialogue redo, but it's just dialogue. It doesn't really give me the instructions that I need to do it. So I think I'm just gonna quit. I know, it's unfortunate. I apologize. I'm changing it back to games demos. We're going to go back to what we know. From the start, when I was messing with CSC, like the tutorial seemed very, very, very clunky, you know? And I wasn't really getting it. And that was when I could focus and I wasn't streaming. So I'm just going to go back to games and demos. I think I'm just going to uninstall this. I had even uninstalled it and tried to reinstall it to see, but it uses your Steam account for progress, and I don't know of any way to like restart my progress, so it's kind of unfortunate. You're still traveling via parachute. You're welcome, Turbo Man. I don't know if you're interested, man, but we got another event that's coming up on Friday. Grapples and parachutes, reusable grapples and parachutes will not be included in this one to make it too easy. And it's gonna be a different theme, but it's gonna be a community arc event that we have on Friday. And I think everybody that participates in it is gonna have a lot of fun. You're welcome, man. It was awesome. I don't know if Nathan's gonna be able to join me for this one, so I might need to look for a teammate. Might need to look for a teammate, so I need to ask him about that. Because I didn't plan that very well with him yet. I'm gonna ask him right now, actually. By the way, will you be free Thursday or Friday for streaming? Just trying to plan out my week, and we have an event Friday that I may need to recruit for if you aren't. Alright. You do not want Ryu as a teammate? Did you, Paco, you were in this event, huh? Now listen, anybody that was in this event, I'm pretty sure that Bad Lad made it clear not to spoil anything, but without spoiling anything, can you tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how much fun it was compared to what you saw in the last videos? On a scale of 1 to 10, how fun do you think it is based on you knowing me? How fun do you think it is based on how fun do you think I will think it is? You're not allowed to say anything, okay? Alright. Haha. Bad Lad, you trained them good. I can't milk it, bruh. I can't milk them for nothing. I was just trying to get a little sliver of info. Bad Lad threatens you? We know nothing. I can tell you this. I gave Bad Lad a mix of ideas, and almost everything that I told him to try out, he seemed pretty optimistic about. If he successfully did the test with you guys, and he posted the announcement for the, and he checked with me about the scheduling, I imagine that is pretty good. And I went with a completely different one. Good, Bad Lad. Good. Good. I'm really hoping that it's good. And I love surprises like that, man. Because last time I knew it was going to be. I just had no idea. I mean, I physically restricted myself from doing anything that would train me to compete better, right? So, but I still knew what it was, you know. I still had some small advantage over the other people because I knew what it was. So, even though I didn't actively think about strategies and stuff, I mean, I guess that kind of showed from the beginning of the first video, I'm sure. I'm sure people got the gist that I hadn't practiced that much. Especially since I asked Nathan what he thought we should do, you know? All right, Bradley. Have a good class, man. That wasn't an act. I was legit, like, not panicking, but like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what we should do. We didn't even have time to talk much strategy, you know? That dirtbag who spawned in them Gigas and Rexes back at the base? Oh my god, man. And you know, nobody else got that kind of treatment. We were the ones. Nathan and I were the ones that got all that loving from the admins. All that loving from the admins. Celebrity treatment. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Well, I'm just reading something to make sure. Sometimes language barriers sound a little scammy, so I have to read over stuff every once in a while that I see. Make sure my people don't get freaking taken advantage of, man. Anyway, yeah, CSC is just not what we need, guys. It's not what we need. I'm gonna take some more look at some other stuff on that radar, though. We're gonna look at a few things here. We're gonna look at a few things. Wait. Still didn't get any NFTs. I haven't got NFTs in a while, man. Not in a while, unfortunately. The site must have finally updated, and the cheapest were at 2 wax each. Got 2, and now you're breeding. There you go, Jericho. It takes a little bit of time to get started because of resting and stuff like that, but what I would suggest to you, buddy, is just breed. And when you get like 20, then start bringing them on adventures. You'd be surprised how fast you're going to accumulate prizes like that. I got some that are due to be born in like 2-3 hours. So, and every once in a while you have to focus a little bit. I've been doing a lot of adventures recently because I had a stockpile of them and I was like, okay, I need to get as many of these epics and rare prizes as I can to stake before the staking rewards go away. Or that they lower, you know? 20 hours, you'll have your first baby. Now listen, Jericho, I don't know if you read it. I have some bad news. There's a 40% chance your Koloboks will not be born alive. Which, statistically, I mean, that's some pretty rough odds. But it's still, you know, it doesn't hurt to try. Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's not that simple, unfortunately. I would say that it feels like I have way more successful breeding attempts than I do bad stuff, you know. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. No different than clicking and getting nothing in Alien Worlds. Best joke I heard all day, man. It's true. It's actually a lot better than that because you aren't clicking a lot. You just click and then you set it and forget it, right? You set it and forget it. The game does have a lot of metadata to pay attention to. I just don't really pay attention to it. But I know some people are really into that, like min-maxing and stuff. I'm not, but I wanted to check the Aether price, by the way. Let me claim. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to claim in another minute, and I'm gonna try to swap Aether. Let me look at what Aether to wax is going for right now. Price is still pretty good. Right now, currently, with the Aether that I've been collecting, I get 16 wax. I might wait for it to go higher. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not a number cruncher either. I mean, I do simple math on some things. Like, one thing that I do very regularly, and they advise you not to do this for staking in RPlanet, right? But one thing I do very regularly is I go to the market and I search NFT projects that have good staking rewards, and I see if I could get them at a reasonable price. Now, there's web crawlers on this site that bots will pick up super deals, so you're never going to get anything extraordinarily cheap that somebody posted by accident or somebody that just really wanted to get rid of it. But I don't like these data mining things masked as games. Don't get me wrong, Z, you're definitely one of my favorite people on the net. I just feel like giving some feedback. Oh no, I feel you, Veriti. And a lot of people do not like blockchain games. The sad part though, Verita, I'm gonna tell you, the sad part is not only do I enjoy them because it's a little bit more interesting, maybe it's just me getting older, but a lot of gaming nowadays doesn't do what it used to do for me. And messing around with statistics and stuff like this, especially generating real money, is very stimulating to me. I find it very rewarding because I can keep up with a bunch of stuff. You know, it's stuff to check every day. It's kind of like having a portfolio, but it's gamified. And my first Alien Worlds video, has got more views than probably 20 of the last normal videos that I did. I mean, it's streams aren't nearly as interactive, you know, and high impact. But right now, there's nothing really to play. Like Indy said, there's a lot of games. Just I'm waiting on some good releases. Don't get me wrong. There's some other games that I'd love to play, like not Dead by Daylight. It's another zombie game with a lot of parkour in it. That's coming out really soon, and I'm going to play the hell out of that. I'm excited about Starbase. I'm excited about Diablo 2 Remastered. I'm excited about Amazon's MMO. Why can't I think of the name of it right now? I don't know. I'm excited about New Genesis. You know, New World, right? I'm excited about Genesis 2. I'm excited about New World. I'm excited about a lot of stuff, but I don't have any of it right now. I don't have any of it right now. It's just kind of bleh, kind of stagnant, you know. So you'll see regular content again, Verita. You will, in some form or fashion. Maybe not as much on the YouTube channel, but definitely on Twitch. And then a lot of the stuff like that I'm having a lot of fun with right now are these ARC events and stuff. Like the last ARC event was fun as hell, man. I had a great time with it. Feels like a frog pond? Yeah. It is, Verita. It's a little bit dry. What are you playing right now, Verita? I was gonna try to stream Terraria today with Nathan, but he wasn't available. He's got a lot to do, and he wasn't available to help me out today, so I didn't want to stream it by myself. But yeah, so that's where I'm at, man. So don't get too discouraged with content. I'll try to keep it balanced. Come here for the live action, yeah. And hey, listen, I really love cutting up with you guys in almost anything, you know, but. I mean, really and truly, I look at my viewers on streams like this, and they're a lot lower than they are when I play stuff like Ark. So, trust me, I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not stupid. I might be crazy, but I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. I just don't have a whole lot. It's either that, or some days, I don't know what to stream at all. So I'm like, am I just going to play something I don't really feel like playing? You know? A lot of streamers do that, you know? And I did it for a long time too. I can't bear it. I can't really bear it if I know I'm gonna get low views on something anyway, you know. But Fallout 4, building your underwater city in Minecraft. See, I tried Minecraft for a little while too, and the views were shit on it. Literally shit. That was one of the games I hadn't played for a while. I played it once and I was like, you know what? I can play some modded Minecraft again. And I did a video on it. And it was... Not only that, but every video in the playlist got less and less and less views. So either people don't want to see that shit, or they just don't like me no more. I'd have to think it's people just don't want to see that shit, you know? You're not high on it, but it's obviously the future in some aspects. As an artist, I'm seriously out of the loop, so it's educating my lazy ass. And Zenshi, man, if you knew how to do NFT art, dude, you would probably be one of my first choices to ask to do some stuff. Thank you, Alpha Dragon Hunter. Because I think your work is some of the most impressive that I've seen. And I see a lot of art. Oh, that would be cool, Indy. Hey, listen, man. Indy, if Nathan can't play, we've never played Ark together, man. You could party with me, bruh. two couillons in Arc at the same time. It'd make a great fucking stream. I think it'd make a great stream, dude. I think people would laugh at us. But yeah, and it takes a lot of times to make those. I know. It's very, very much. But I can tell you that right now, art alone is not necessarily what I'm interested in, but I do want good art. But there's so many things that you could do with NFTs, man. I'm thinking about a couple things that I want to do using NFTs to raise funds for community assets that will generate revenue. You know, like lands or something like that. And I could fuel that with NFTs, but I don't know yet. I need to work out a few things with some advisors on that I have for the Zillion tokens. Because there's just some stuff that I need to hammer out before I get too involved in any more community funding or too much more token distribution. I'm purposely not going to make a new Arc mod pack yet because Genesis 2. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there, Bad Lad, that I'm really caught up on. Like I've been looking at the every few days I kind of peek at the mods, the available mods, and I don't see anything too impressive, you know. I could tell you what though, we're gonna do something probably pretty big for a community. I need to talk to Mousy about it, but try to partner up with Mousy and do something spectacular. Maybe big fat discounts for Zillion holders. You know, maybe a huge community server based on what's available to us, like 200 plus. I'd like to do something like that, like something real big. Something. You remember how big Atlas was? How hard we went at Atlas? Something like that. But I want to structure access around the community token and enforce some good moderation and stuff, you know. So I'm gonna talk to Mousy about it. Have 2 tribes and see who can defeat the boss. Whoever wins gets a potluck full of whatever. We have all kind of events that we thought about for Arc 1. Arc 2 is gonna be the same thing. If we can have events, man, and as hype as it's gonna be, I want to do some shit that nobody's doing on YouTube. Everybody's gonna be doing Let's Plays. You know what I mean? I don't want to do a Let's Play on Arc. I want to do fun shit. I want to do shit that makes people say, I want to be part of that. I want to do fun community stuff, man. You know, I want to play the game, sure, you know, and I want to live stream it and everything else. But we'll see. I'm probably not going to do any structured Let's Plays, though. Not on my YouTube channel. Maybe other kind of videos. Stuff that I can have a lot of fun with. You can create 3D models with quality. I just don't get the whole NFT thing. And I feel like the repulsive part... of a magnet about it. Does that mean you don't like the fact that NFTs exist? Or that it's just not your thing? Genesis RP would be cool, like to the point of viewing kidnapped and dropped in. Yeah, I think RP would be cool too, but I think in general, there's a lot of people in RP that they only watch RP to watch RP and they don't watch anything else. And Genesis is going to have so many new features that I think ignoring some of the gameplay or circumventing some of the gameplay is probably a bad idea, you know? Because normally, what I find RP good for? Bringing life into a stale product, right? Imagine your favorite chip. And you just eat it every day, all the time. And it's just like, you know what? These chips just don't have the, not like the first few times I tasted them, you know? I just been eating these chips forever. I want to kind of spice it up a little bit. Let's get some dip. And then you dip the chip and it makes that old chip that you still like just more interesting and you can appreciate it more. That's how I look at ARK, man, and RP. RP is dip. So are we betting it's going to be a delayed launch? I mean, you know who you're talking about, right? I'm younger than you, but I feel old school and don't see Bitcoins as any kind of real currency. With PayPal digital stuff, at least it's backed by actual money. You know, Veritai, I thought about that for a little while, and I've talked to some of my friends that, IRL that do investments and stuff like that. And this is I don't talk about it in length on this platform because there's a little bit of political debate that it makes, but taking away the politics side of it, okay? Taking away the specific politics side of it. Let me just ask you something. Are you confident the way the government handles money? Are you happy about the amount of money that's being printed every day? And do you feel like gold is almost just a gimmick now? I know that the Federal Reserve is still based off gold, okay? I know that it is. But they are printing money. And they're putting so many things into government that are going to be inflationary to this economy that the dollar, even though it's worth what it is now, is not always going to be worth that. Fiat is, in my opinion, fiat's the most unstable it's ever been. At least in the United States. I think the US dollar is in serious jeopardy of being outvalued by digital currency. There's so much security and utility that you can implement with digital currency versus it. It's going to be like when you resisted change to go from records to cassettes, cassettes to CDs, CDs to digital music. Can you imagine checking your stylus on the turntable, wiping your record down with some cleaner, and putting on a song after you've looked through your cabinet of hundreds of thousands of albums to play if you weren't a DJ or doing some sort of event? That's how I'm starting to see money, okay? Because the length of time that it takes and fees that it takes to do traditional transactions and the absolute effing garbage returns that traditional finance systems offer consumers is so horseshit, dude. It's so horseshit. I have some investment products right now for retirement that are stable, and I pay good fees on them to make sure that they're managed properly. And I've been able, with my limited education and exposure to this stuff, to do very well with my retail investing. That's not to say there's no risk, but at least I have the option, you know? It's, like I said, I don't want to get into the political side of it because I believe everybody in every country and there's a lot about politics and finance and treasury and economy that I don't understand. That is way over my head. And I don't pretend to understand a lot of that stuff. All I can tell you is from a consumer's viewpoint, how I feel approaching cryptocurrency versus regular traditional finance. And it's like it's been exposed to me. It's like the wool's been pulled up from my eyes and I can see now. You don't see money, it goes out as fast as it comes in. That's a real thing, Valenius. That's a real thing, you know? It's crazy. It's just crazy. And I don't know the solution to it. Is like I don't get on this high horse and telling you guys what the solution is, or if they do this, they'd be better. I couldn't manage the fucking economy either. You know? I was just as irresponsible as most other adults with a checkbook for a long time. You know? I didn't balance. I overdrew all the time. I was living from check to check. I went through all that shit, y'all. I'll tell y'all something else too. I've lost assets before. Big ones. Okay? Not to get too much into my history, but I've lost big assets before. Both due to personal mistakes and financial mistakes and negligence. And education, you know? You want to earn finance in any way? I just don't understand crypto. Verify, if you're interested in doing it, I could recommend some good sources that will give you ideas about stuff. You know? Assets, Valenius. But you know what? I have lost some big asses too. Where you going, girl? With your big ass? Sorry. That was very wrong of me to do. I won't do that again. I once had a big ass myself. One of my friends when I was growing up in high school, one of my friends' dad called me a large-butted person to him. Turns out a few of us went play Dungeons and Dragons in his dad's study, and one of my friends decided to use a record player that was in a suitcase type setup as a seat. It wasn't even me, but I was thicker than my friends. I was the thickest one of the bunch. So when his dad confronted him about somebody breaking his record player, he said, "Who was it? Was it that large-butted boy you hang out with?" He called me a large-butted boy. And now my wife says I don't have no ass. Huh? From one extreme to the other, chat. Bet it was that dude with the badonkadonk. I lost a big ass when I signed divorce papers. High five, baby. Me and you both, bro. Me and you both. So when I wanted to learn Verify, I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do. I'm gonna plug another community, okay? So there's a guy that I saw on TikTok, Asian fella by the name of Virtual Bacon, that seemed like he knew his shit. He knew, oh man, it's like there's a lot of people that talk a lot of shit about crypto on TikTok, but Virtual Bacon looked like he knew what he was talking about. And he had a Discord community that I joined. It just so happens to be focused on crypto education. So when I joined the Virtual Bacon community, I started seeing the way their Discord was structured, and I just saw a lot of potential. And I wanted to learn how to do that myself. So I did. Just like everything else I did in life, y'all. Except for a little bit of high school education, I self-taught through internet, through fishing for information and trying it. I self-taught myself to do everything that I do for YouTube, everything that I do for Twitch, everything that I do for Discord. How I make every dollar I make is 100% learned from just digging on the internet and trying things, you know. I did play CSC yet. I did play CSC, and I uninstalled it. The tutorial, I was in the middle of the tutorial, and I couldn't even figure out the tutorial. It's just, I'm not calling the game bad. It's definitely not very, you know how some people, when you meet them, it's not that they're not good people, it's hard to communicate with them. It was hard to communicate. We had a language barrier. Yeah, it's just not for me. Right. Just not for me. Z still had a thick ass when he was twerking with the Drax in the Minecraft too. It was the last time I seen. Yeah. But now, y'all, it's not. Now it's look. Now it's not thick. This is the thickest part of me right here. You can get a good profile. Now it's not as thick as it used to be. No, I'm not twerking, boy. Are you crazy? I ain't trying to twerk, bad lad. I ain't trying to twerk, bruh. Almost forgot to mine on Alien Worlds, chat. Oh, man. I need to go to the bathroom, yo. Let's see what Nathan says. I plan on Friday. I'm getting a second vaccine on Thursday, and hopefully it doesn't knock me out. Okay. So Nathan should be available to help me on Friday. Unless the second vaccine dose kills him. Not kills him. I shouldn't say that at all. Only in them private vids. Man, Valenius, every time I go to Walmart over here, attention to Walmart shoppers. Have you had your COVID-19 vaccine yet? If not, why not come over to the pharmacy today? It's free. Bitch, you ain't giving me no shot. Stop trying. Keep your needle to yourself. I'm anti-vaccine for life. The other day I had somebody that called me up and was like, "Hey Daniel, listen, I know you're busy, but I was wondering who has your health insurance right now?" I guess they got my name and my phone number from some source or whatever. So they was talking to me like they knew me. And I felt like saying, you don't know me. But instead I just said, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in doing this. It's exactly what I said. You know what they said back? But it doesn't cost anything. I said, except time. Do you know how much my time is worth? Don't come at me sideways like that, because I'm going to give you a smart-ass remark that is totally not in my character. I would never tell anybody that, chat, because that's the most pretentious shit I ever heard come out of anybody's mouth. But don't you tell me it don't cost nothing when I just told you no politely, because I'm going to get sassy. Chat, she didn't say nothing. A few seconds later, I said, huh? Do you? Then she hung up. I never been so satisfied from being mean to somebody in my life. Old rich people were paying for the vaccine. I know, right? All you have to do is be poor and go to Walmart, and you could get the vaccine too. Xenomorph had an irate scammer threaten to call her every day and curse her out because she was like, please stop calling here. Oh, God. Saying F you makes the sun rise sometimes. Yeah, and you know, I hate being rude, y'all. I really hate it. But if I can sense that, as soon as I sense that you disregard, you have no regard for how I actually feel based on what you say, then the gloves come off. Like, I really don't care. You know what I mean? If I detect malicious intent or selfish intent, I don't hold back anymore. Like, I'll say whatever the hell I want to say just to put you off. Now it's a fucking game. Now I'm gonna say some dumb shit to make you say, okay, this dude's a lunatic. We don't want to do business with him anyway. You know, most people don't know how to respond to stuff like that. You know, it's just like if somebody's messing with you IRL, you know, and you just scream, leave me alone, I have COVID. You would never do something like that, right? But if they if they just don't give a shit, they're not listening to what you're saying, you know, you say something stupid like that if you want. Fuck away from me before I cough on you, boy. I have COVID. Damn. My favorite thing to do is say, oh no, he's in jail. Oh. What's up, Alex? Z, I'm a love and leave you. All right, Alpha, have a good one, baby. I have the new super strain of COVID. Do you want it also? I mean, if people don't give you a choice, bro, who cares what they think, right? Honestly, if people don't give you, they used to tell me to do that in sales. Like, if people say no, that they don't want to buy from you, they already don't like you. That's what they used to train us to think. That's how they used to train us to think in sales. So if you come in from that mentality, that's how it is, you know? Listen, I gotta go turn my AC on in the house because the cool air is no longer creeping into the room. There's none left. I'll be your beach chat. Alright. Man, it's hot in here. I don't know how hot it is, but I'm afraid that my GPU gets hot. Even doing nothing. I need to check on it. Let's see what the temps are. We are looking at... Where does it say my temps? I don't see it. Well, I have another one. 78. I'm okay, but I do need to cool it off. Yeah, ETH. If I say so. I mean, it is a little bit hotter. It is a little bit hotter than it normally is. Just a little bit though. I only use 2 GPUs. I have a 1080, an old 1080 and a 3070 in my the same case. It could get a little hot, Valenius. I paid for it already with the ETH that I mined. So even if it break tomorrow, I wouldn't lose anything. Now, I would have to find another one. I would have to find another one, but right now I don't. Pretty sure running at 78 every once in a while is okay. I usually run around 75 Celsius. 75, 76. Hey, are you still here, Zenchi? Maybe it's too personal of a question, but what do you mine a day? Oh no, that's not too personal. Well, unfortunately, I gotta get ready for work. Okay, Andy, have a good one. So remember when I asked in the art channel, Zenchi, if you had ever heard of NFTs after one of your posts? I need to look back at it because there's not a whole lot of traffic on the art channel. Just to give you an idea how fast I learned about this stuff. An old brain like mine too, by the way. But I thought about this and I wanted to share it with you. Let's see. Social sharing, art sharing. I could just search here for NFT and enter February 24th of this year. So roughly March, April, May. 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I said, any of you artists look into NFTs? This is when I did not know about what they were. I just knew that they were getting some hype through mainstream media, and I wanted to find out about them. So I went from not knowing anything about them to having them basically intertwined in everything that the community is about. Almost to the point that I'm going to be making them. See, that's what I'm saying, Zenchi, and that's how fast I learned about them. So you're not too late at all, dude. You can find a ton out about them. Let me tell you something that'll make a bell ring in your head, okay? When you create an NFT on the Wax blockchain and you sell it, even if it's sold again and again and again and again and again to different users and collectors, you get a percentage of that sale price every single time it sells again. Do you know what authors would do if that existed in digital print for their books? Think about that for a moment. And people are paying gobs of money for some of these things and their collectibles, and they could be gamified assets too. There's so much, man. There's it's hard to contain my excitement and not sound like an idiot. But it's freaking nuts. Yamal, you say you're not a good artist? I'm about to blow your mind. I didn't even have to search, chat. I mean, look. Don't get it twisted, okay? Don't go buy $1,000 digital tablet before I tell y'all. I'll fill y'all in a little bit, okay? This is like I call it like I call it the Picasso example, okay? Everybody knows that Picasso was a famous artist, but a lot of people don't understand their art. And the fact that Picasso paintings, originals, sell for, millions and millions and millions of dollars, that it has a lot to do with A, the artist, B, how available those originals are, and there was some C, the status that comes with owning a Picasso original. Okay, those three things play a huge part in why those paintings are worth so much. We're not even talking about the skill or the talent or the stories behind each individual painting. We're just talking in general why collectors would be interested in these from a financial standpoint. Okay, so the idea that as long as those three fundamentals exist, you can do stuff like sell digital art for this type of money. It's crazy. Just in case you missed my message, Libby and the triplets at her brother's house in Baton Rouge. Nice, Alex. I did miss it, man. Totally. This is like the banana on the wall with duct tape. And there I am spending mad amounts of time on the portrait for Bruce Lee. See, and that's the crazy thing, Zenchi. Being able to distribute high quality art in a digital format. So let's say that this Bruce Lee picture, okay? Let's just say, I'm not really sure how copyrights work with NFT and licensing for doing characters or pictures of people that have like copyright behind the images. But let's just say you did this picture for Bruce Lee, okay? And it was licensed by Bruce Lee, okay? Even if it wasn't, if it was a popular genre or a popular theme and you decided to do your own art for it and distribute it. And let's just say you only wanted there to ever be 1,000 of these things, okay? And you sold them for $5 a piece, okay? It might take you a while to sell them, but you've only produced the asset one time. You spent a little bit of money to mint them, but now they're on a platform that they can be distributed and searched for on a marketplace and promoted. So if you told me, listen, Z, I want to do a partnership with you for a community NFT, right? And I say, well, I'm looking to do some fundraisers. What would you charge? Or what do you want to charge? How much do you want to make out of it? And you say, well, I don't know. Let's talk about this. Let's say, how much do you need to raise? And I could say, I don't know. I need to raise $1,000. $1,000 will pay for 6 months for a 200 slot Arc server, Arc 2 server, Genesis 2 server, whatever. And you say, okay, so you need to raise $1,000. Well, in order for me to make this worth my while, I think I would need to come out with about $500 in total. I'd say, okay, great. So we need a total of $1,500 to be made, okay? You create the NFT. I'm going to put 1,500 of these for sale. Actually, let's say 750 of them for sale for $2. Okay? And I'm going to ask Mousy if he'll run a special deal for, 25% off Arc servers. And when we have this Arc server event with the 200 slot, I'm going to offer everybody that holds one of these NFTs a 25% off coupon. You pay $2 and you get 25% off of the server as long as you hold that NFT. Mousy sells a shit ton of servers. You get $500 that you want. We raise the funds for $1,000 that we want. And every time those NFTs are sold, we get money for them. That's magical, man. Do you understand? That is magical being able to do shit like that. And this is off the top of my head, but there's some genius things that they've created, you know? Genius ideas with NFTs. So I would get one time $500 and after that no more. It depends who distributed it. Because it would be a project for my server community, I'd want it to be my NFT. But think about it from a developer standpoint. Think about it from not me going to you saying I need NFTs, I need you to produce art for me. Think about you going to developers and saying, hey, I'd like you to promote my NFT art project. I'm looking to pay you X amount of money. This is the stats on it. I want to sell 1,000 NFTs, limited mints, and I want you to promote it for me. I'll give you X amount of money for doing this for me. Maybe it's per sale, maybe it's a flat fee, whatever the case may be. And if you do this for me, you get that. And as an added bonus, anybody that holds that NFT in your community will get 10% off any items in my store. Because I have a lot of these NFTs for sale, you know? You need to know more about NFT contracts. Royalties is a thing. Yep. Some very, very, very cool stuff, man. Yep. But the ability to partner for stuff like that is amazing too. Just imagine if you launched a cooperative project and say, I want NFTs, and NFT holders get a special discount code for your merch. Now you're promoting your own merch and you're selling NFTs as coupons. And you're marketing because people are going to be wearing your shirts and showing off your NFTs on Twitter. I could talk about this shit all day long, y'all. It's exciting. It's crazy to think about how scalable businesses are now with digital assets. This pickle is good, number 5. These Clausens hit the spot, man. What about when they sell the NFT? Does the deal still apply to the next person? Yes. Yes, because it acts like a key. Imagine it like a key, Raibu. If I give you a key and I give it to someone, you can't digitally reproduce that key with that same NFT mint. It's tracked on the blockchain. You know, it's like Samsung has a lot of these phones, or Google has a lot of these phones, but only this one has my number and my personal information on it. That's coded on the network, right? You can call my number and you always gonna get this phone until I move it from this phone to another one. That's kind of how minting works with NFT blocks on the blockchain. It's coded. You can track it. Watch. I'm gonna get a little bit deeper to show y'all. That's not a good example. can't find a good example, but imagine buying a car and getting an NFT linked to it. Now when you sell it, you'll have one more tool to prove ownership. Cerberus knows what's up. I can't find a good example, but these transactions, when ownership changes hands, whether it's sent or whether it's through the market or any of this stuff, you can see it right on the blockchain. It's indisputable. They have a transaction ID that's generated for it, what block it happened on, exactly what the offers were. You can run the traces on it and see all of the routing that happened. If there was comments placed on it. I mean, status executed and irreversible. Look at a shovel. They have 10,000 new owners. That would probably be a good way to look at it. No, it's new ones. It'll be too hard to find, but if they had multiple transactions, like a good example is how it would show up with mine, right? If I show this power extractor, well, that one doesn't have a whole lot of examples either, and I might be moving too fast. This Trillium detectors are good. I staked and unstaked this one a bunch of times, but every single time I sent it to RPlanet for staking, and I got it back, it's documented, right? All the times that I did it. So if you ever send somebody an NFT for staking or trading or whatever, and they say, well, I never got that. You know, how many times have you ever made a payment to somebody via check through the mail, and they say, well, I never got your payment? That don't happen on the blockchain, baby. It doesn't happen. Yeah, the fact that it's scalable changes it a lot, you know. And what you already do, Zenchi, if you do any digital art, think about this, okay? This is just coming from somebody that doesn't know much about the art business. But what I would do is fairly simple. I would say, hey, I worked 1,000 hours on this, 100 hours on this project, okay? It's an awesome project. I want to offer you a deal. When you price them, when they get a quote from you, okay? You say, I want to offer you a deal. I offer all customers that have me draw an original 10% off if I can retain the rights to reproduce digitally. If you don't care about being the unique owner of this asset, I'll give you a 10% discount. If you don't want that 10% discount, it's full price. But if you do want the 10% discount, I get to digitally reproduce this, you know, show it in my gallery, sell extra copies of it, you name it, you know. You could give somebody an alternative. You could also upcharge them to have a digital representation in NFT format and transfer that to them with the sale or purchase of a physical piece of art. I'll just give you a little bit of extra. It can even be a scan. It doesn't even need to be an original from digital. It can even be scanned from your original and minted as a unique NFT. Boy, if I knew how to draw, Zenchi, telling you, man. I've been an entrepreneur for a little while. Like, sometimes my mind works in ways that I'm like, man, I just need some more talents. I got enough shit going on without learning how to draw, though, man. I gotta leave. You're so talentless. I was too. Dude, look what I do for a living. Look what I do for a living. Does any what I'm doing right now require a degree or special training or anything? Or not, I mean, special training that you would have to get from somebody else. I mean, there's word of mouth training and reading and stuff that goes into it, but yeah, English is too bad to make YouTube videos? You can learn that too. You can learn that too. I know it's hard though. I don't know a second language because it's hard. I know it's hard. It takes time and effort. And it's a lot of it's about the return on investment. If you had a business plan, Yamal, if you had a business plan and you said to yourself, the only thing stopping me from executing this $1 million idea was my barrier to English, would you learn it? Could you learn it? Or could you pay somebody to do the work that you needed, the voiceovers, and just script it? Somebody that was bilingual, that knew your native language and English, that was very fluent in both of them. I don't know, might be worth it. You know, scripter? Well, I mean, so what I'm saying, that's the thing. Like, we're living in a society that you can adapt, you can learn. If my country bumpkin ass can figure all this computer shit out and make money playing games on the internet and provide for my family, anybody can do anything, man, unless you're physically handicapped or limited in a way that stops you from doing it, you know? And then some people do that. The Special Olympics is an example of what can be done even in the face of incredibly hardcore adversity. I'm just saying. You play now with a lot of people from the UK and US, so I talk English more and more, but some words I just don't know. I get you. I don't know much. I don't know much in any other foreign languages, you know. This is the age of the entrepreneur. It's true. It's true. And you know, it's not just about being an entrepreneur. It's executing your ideas into motion without significant risk. That takes a little while to figure out, you know. I have some great ideas, but I'm starved for time. Most of what I'm just starved for time. Like right now, if I had the time, I would probably learn how to code. And I would create a DApp or an application that's linked to NFTs and crypto, a game, kind of like Alien Worlds, but with dinosaur flavor. It would just be like a dinosaur version of Alien Worlds. I think it would be great for my community specifically, you know. I would love to do stuff like that. It would be awesome, right? Think about all that you could do, you know? But I don't know how to code. I'm not saying I'm not going to pay anybody to code. A lot of these things, we're talking about community assets, fundraising. Zullian token holders will benefit from profits generated and used to put back into the system, giving value to the tokens that they hold, providing liquidity for the people that hold this token, and the people that earn the tokens are gonna get taken care of. I'm gonna put it back into the community, man, and I'm gonna make this thing scale. I'm gonna bust this bitch wide open. It's just gonna take some time and some planning, and I have to make sure I don't do anything illegal, you know. But I have a lot of plans. I do have a lot of plans. You have a book that teaches the basics of C++? I want to learn. I want to learn Solidity. Solidity. This fun stuff right here. See this? This is the Zillion token. I wrote it. All right, Jericho. Love you, buddy. Have a good one. I wrote this. It's like, Z, how the hell did you learn that?
If you want to get started,
29 minutes and 52 seconds. I don't claim to be smart, chat. I'm just resourceful. I'm just resourceful. I don't know shit about coding. Not nothing. All of those functions that he was telling me how to do, I was just typing them out, not knowing what they meant. I mean, he was explaining some of it. I didn't really pay attention to that stuff, though. I just moved on from section to section until it worked. There was a little bit of troubleshooting I did, so I had to figure some of it out. And even the little bit I learned, I didn't retain, since that was like last month, and I don't remember what I did. But I could do it again. I know enough to know exactly what I did and how I could do it again. Is it good code? Is it a complex token? No. It has very, very limited functionality for what it is. But as long as it operates and can get transferred from one address to another on the blockchain, that's all I need it for. Because I could give it as much utility as I need to, as long as it's compatible with Discord. It's a neat concept, you know? But I felt like looking at Virtual Bacon's Discord and seeing how it worked with the bots and the way that token holders were recognized for certain things and getting into the structure of his business and stuff, I was like, this is fascinating, man. And I just wanted to learn more and more and more and more and more. So it's one of those things that if you know it, you'll benefit from it. You know, if you don't know it, well, you pay attention to something else that earns you revenue, you know? So I made the same decisions when I started trying to learn how to do reaction videos, you know? Hey, Paid, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, when I was trying to learn how to do reaction videos, it was weird for me. I remember how it all started too. Had a guy that at my stream team, Fade to Karma, reached out to me and wanted to know if I could do some videos on mobile gaming. And I was like, I really don't cover mobile only games. They said, no, this wouldn't be on your channel. This is literally just you doing these things, like you covering the game so they can use this as an asset to show people the game. But it's not on your channel. You're not even going to promote it. I was like, wait, so my personality, like my online persona is not really connected to it? They were like, well, except for you being in the video, no. I was like, okay, how much does it pay? And they told me, and I was like, shit, yeah, I'm in. You know, I didn't have to make my audience endure something that I didn't feel was valuable. You know, it was just like doing a voice acting gig, you know? So I did it. And then I did a few more. I still wasn't good at what I was doing. And then some of the projects started to get a little bit more complex. And I remember them saying, we want, like, they were doing auditions for some and taking bids on them. And they were saying, hey, we want you to give us 3 different reactions based on this 30-second video. One of them excited, one of them neutral, and one of them unimpressed. And I was like, wait, you want me to act? You want me to act like I'm enthusiastic? Act like I don't like it and just act neutral like I wasn't impressed? You want me to formulate... you want me to fabricate a reaction that is not authentic. 2 of them, in fact. Or 3. And pretty much that was the answer. I was like, holy shit, this feels scummy as hell. This feels scummy as hell. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, it's acting, right? It's acting. It's just not what I'm used to. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, what happens if I could find some of these things that I can actually give an authentic reaction about? Kind of like reviews, right? When you tell a company, listen, I'm going to say what I think about it. You know? And they say, yeah, go for it. So that was my opinion. That was what I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn how to do reactions because I think this is interesting. And then I just started doing it for channels. I started contacting channels and I was like, hey, I started reacting to horror videos, you know, and it was fucking natural. It's just kind of natural, but there was a lot of figuring that I did. Like, how do I make this? How do I do this? How am I authentic? How do I put it together on video to make it look and sound good? I guess I'm going to use the examples from other creators that are doing stuff similar. So I started watching other reaction channels and kind of trying to figure out my own style of what felt good, and it kind of just happened, you know? And I just posted an announcement in my chat yesterday that my SCP reaction channel hit 800,000 views. So I guess I know what I'm doing now. But I went from basic video production skills to launching a whole different YouTube channel with a completely different genre, you know? And I knew some about the way that YouTube algorithm worked, and that helped me a lot. Don't get me wrong, but when I tell you that probably 80% of what I put out in those videos had nothing to do with my previous experience, I'm not exaggerating. I didn't know shit about doing these things. So it's pretty easy to just look at something on the internet and say, hey, I want to do that. And then just learn how to do it. Sometimes it takes time depending on how complex it is, you know, but you could do some crazy ish on the internet, man, just by looking at something and saying, okay, let's go learn it, you know. It's cool, man. It's cool. Oh man. Speaking of reaction videos, chat, I gotta go. I gotta go do a couple of them for today's recordings and stuff. And I really don't have that much planned for the stream anyway, but I wanted to come and BS with y'all. I don't know what we're going to be doing Wednesday either. I'd like to play something, but I don't know. For Friday, for sure, it's going to be the event. So we're going to be doing Ark on the channel live in an event, a surprise event that we have no idea about. If you're interested in anything that I talked about with today, and you want to chat with me more on this, and you're not already part of the Discord, you should join. Can we get a command? Haha! Not bad. I tried it earlier and it worked for me. That's where you need to come. We have many different channels, many different groups of interest. Mostly about games and stuff, but we do some other stuff over there too. Anyway, it'd be cool to see you around if you're not part, guys. I will be releasing a video about Alien Worlds tomorrow, and there's tool sales. So that should be coming out on my gaming YouTube channel tomorrow. And reaction videos, of course, coming out on my two channels, plus a VOD that if you missed part of this stream, you can check it out later. That'll be on my 4th YouTube channel. I have a lot of YouTube channels. The good news is they're all listed in my Discord. Every single one of them. You can find it. All right, I've plugged my shit enough. Plugged myself enough. 6 Dragons? I kind of saw it. I played around with it. It looks like it's not ready, but you're welcome, Zenchi, man. You're welcome, buddy. And listen, if you get your mind working and you want to hit me up, man, hit me up. I'd be, like I said, I respect the hell out of your work, man. I think you do awesome work. I'd be more than willing to work something out that's mutually beneficial for both of us, and hell, we could even experiment together. You know, we figure something out. Just let me know, man. Anyway, love you guys. Thank y'all. Bye bye.